Hello, everyone. It is that time of the week for the Cannabis Events Talk Show, and I'm your host, Adelia Carrillo. This series is hosted by eventhi. eventhi is an online ticketing platform catering to the cannabis culture, and we are live streaming at MA. We have a very special guest joining us, and we're going to dive into an important topic and get some great advice and insight. But to kick things off, I just want to get you all familiar with the show and the lineup. So how we kick it off first is we'll bring our special guest in. We'll do an interview segment. I'll ask her a variety of different questions. Then we're going to cover one article of the week. And this is going to dive into whether it's cannabis tourism, travel, events, or hospitality. And so after that, I just have a couple different updates about our event of the week. And that'll be the end of the show. So we are streaming live on Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, and LinkedIn. And feel free to join the conversation, ask us questions, and give us your thoughts as we dive into the show. So let's get to the good stuff. I am so excited to introduce you to this Samantha. Samantha is a community impact strategist and the founder of Kind Philanthropy. She's a second-generation social entrepreneur in cannabis, raised in Northern California on farms, at hemp festivals, and surrounded by activists and leaders from a young age like Dennis Peron and Jack Herrera. She is based in Oakland, California, and has a master's degree in nonprofit leadership and has over 15 years of service leadership in the Bay Area and beyond. She works with companies of every type of the supply chain, empowering them to partner with good causes and promote equity, social justice, and environmental awareness. Now, this year, she founded the Terpene beside her business partner as a platform for terpene education and community impact. When she is not community impact, Samantha guides sound healings, creates visual arts, and fills up passports with international. So with that being said, welcome, Samantha. Thank you for joining us today.
Good to see you, Adelia. How are you doing today?
I am good. I am looking forward to our conversation and, having our audience get to know a little bit more about you. So again, thank you for joining me. And it was lovely, honestly, getting to know you the past year. I know we have been having multiple conversations throughout the year and on a variety of different subjects. And it's been really amazing learning more about your passion and your history and what to do. So before we dive in, can you share with our guests a bit more about you and your background, what it is that is important to you around cannabis?
We are in such exciting times for cannabis with, the adoption of the cannabis industry across the United States. And of course, all of these amazing events that are popping up, that helps to both destigmatize cannabis, but also, promote the culture and promote the new companies that are popping up. And of course, we can't forget our legacy companies, So I grew up in Northern California, like you said in my bio, I grew up on farms and at hemp festivals and surrounded by legends. And, folks that I still see to this day, like Ed Rosenthal last weekend at the Oaksterdam anniversary that they had in Oakland. And, I'm just so delighted to be in this extremely exciting space. And happy and really delighted and grateful to contribute to, community impact, social responsibility, and making sure that the cannabis industry remains compassionate.
That is very key. And diving right into that, the next question is, with social impact and philanthropy being a big component to your background and something you're passionate about that you want to raise awareness for, what are some ways event hosts can actually look at building out a give back component into their event?
Every single event can be a benefit. Really. It's just up to you to decide to either, collect donations for a specific cause, or to decide that some of the profits that you're making from the event are going to be distributed to a cause that you care about. And so there's lots of different ways to make an event contribute to your local community. It not only does it help support the community, but it also encourages folks from the community to come to your event and support cannabis. And of course, it helps to destigmatize and really make the industry look good. So whatever angle that you want, whether it's good for your community or whether it's good for your company, it's good for everyone. It's a win-win-win situation. So, I would love to support anybody that is having an event to get a hold of me, and we can do some strategy around how to make it into an impactful and meaningful event for the entire community.
And so, one of the things that I think people need to be aware of, don't have to just focus around cannabis organizations, right? They can work with other nonprofits and still find ways to give back to something that they're passionate about, right? Yeah.
Some of the ways that Kind Philanthropy works, in my strategy, the way that I approach companies is really, it starts from what your interests are, what your identity is, what your community is, and it's different for everybody, but start there, start from your home, start from your heart, start from your personal, what interests and causes that you care about the most.
And you mentioned, obviously that, well, not obviously, but you mentioned that events have been a big component of your background, and especially going to even hemp festivals growing up, to even producing your own events now. Why would you say that events are an important component for the plant and the industry?
Yes. Well, we are social creatures as humans. So we love to get together. We love to celebrate. It's so important. We need to celebrate each other. We need to celebrate, this amazing plant and the fact that we are in a historical time. And, events are such a great way for the community to come together, to educate folks about your business and whatever cause that you care about, and, just to have fun.
So true. We definitely are social creatures, and it's good to be able to come back again and unite, and again, like you said, put your own twist to it. Do it something that you're passionate about while incorporating this give back component. Now, I want people to know more about, your business and how you could actually help them. So with Kind Philanthropy, can you tell a little bit more about what you do and services you offer?
Yeah, Kind Philanthropy is really centered, on the your unique business. So we come from that approach. We really want to get to know you, what your interests are, what you care about, and create community impact strategies from that. So it's really curated, to your particular business. And I really want to mention, because we're in an emerging industry and it is not easy to have budgets for extra things, but the community impact is a foundation for your business. And you can do community impact without spending extra money. You don't have to donate to charity to be philanthropic. There are so many ways. And so I have lots of tools and tricks and workarounds and strategies for your business at whatever stage it is. So I would absolutely love to, help people build community impact into your business. You don't have to spend money necessarily, and you can be doing really good things. And of course, talk to me about creating an event that's a benefit event, because that is a win-win too. You can make it a benefit event, and you can do something for the community. If you're already going to bring your community together, you might as well make it purposeful and meaningful and benefit the greater picture.
Yes.
It's
Well,
true. I love to introduce uh, the, the folks to to other nonprofits that are within the cannabis space. But there are so many different causes. So whatever it is that you care about, whether you care about animal rights or the environment, or whatever cause is important to you, we can we can do whatever it is. We can help whatever causes that you feel most passionate about.
I love that. So Isaac is tuning in, and he said, "Amazing! You sparked his interest, so that's good." So Isaac, connect with Samantha if you want to learn more. But now, one of the other things that you recently launched was the terpene tournament. Can you share with our viewers more about that event and how it went, how the first event went? It was a success. I heard all about it all the way from Arizona.
Yes. Okay. So last year, when pretty much exactly 1 year ago, my business partner Tony Bowles created the terpene flashcards, and it's a learning tool for folks to learn about terpenes, which is the flavor of the cannabis, right? So when you're tasting the cannabis, that wonderful flavor, whether it's like Blue Dream, or whether it's like kind of like a piney flavor. There's tons of different terpenes, and these are the molecules that create that. So these I decided to ask Tony whether he wanted to do a terpene focused event, a terpene focused actual whatever. Where's the word? I'm sorry, I'm getting a brain fart. A contest, right? So a tournament, and so that's when the terpene tournament was created. And we had an amazing event. We had lots of great sponsors, and we sold out tickets, and it was a free event for the community. And we educated the community about terpenes while raising money for Americans for Safe Access, and creating opportunities for activists to go to Washington, D.C. to lobby for medical cannabis. So that was kind of the main focus of this event, to highlight medical cannabis and to raise funds for that. We raised tons of funds, and Tony is actually going to go and go to the lobby day in December, along with some other folks who got scholarships.
I love that. I had no idea there was that component around it too. So again, finding another way to make something happen that's very impactful around an event.
Yes,
That is so
absolutely. And people
cool.
love, to go to cannabis contests, but cannabis, and the terpene tournament was so much fun. And it was on a rooftop space in Oakland. So it was really swanky and really nice. And it had a beautiful view. And we had great, great people show up. It was just so much fun. So we're looking forward to doing the next one. So stay tuned for the terpene tournament for 2023. And I know we'll be in touch, Adelia, about doing that as well.
Yeah. And then are there, so for the terpene tournament, did you have vendors? Like, is that going to be something that you incorporate next year? So if brands wanted to participate, or how could they get
Absolutely.
involved?
Thanks
Yeah.
for bringing that up. Yeah, we had great sponsorships this time. We had tons of people tabling. We keep the the tabling fee really reasonable. So any size companies can come out. We had tons of equity companies, and in fact, it was an equity licensed company in Oakland, the Oakland Extracts, that won the 2022 terpene tournament. So congratulations to them. And they were amazing sponsors, and we're really looking forward to making new friends and networking and uplifting these other businesses through sponsorships as well. And when you sponsor our events, you're also guaranteed to be contributing towards a good cause.
Always. I love that. It's actually interesting. I guess not a small world, but this just showcases. So I know of Oakland Extracts. Josephine and Billy's, the dispensary that Whitney Beatty owns. She was raving about them. So when I stopped by her store, I made sure to pick that up and got to give it a try. And it's definitely good extract. So I can see why they won for sure. Now, one last question before we dive into the news article. What is your best piece of advice that you would share with event organizers that are looking to host a cannabis event?
Yes, first and foremost, really understand your community. Understand your audience, understand your community, and speak to them. If that means doing a survey or even picking up the phone and calling people and asking people what they want, what they need, it's always great to really tap into the people around you, your colleagues, and and those that support you, and really find out what's best for the entire community.
I love that. That is great piece of advice. Now, we're going to transition to the article news component. So for those that are tuning in, how this works is we pick a news article of the week. I'll read like a quick overview about it, and then Samantha and I will dive in and go more into this, just giving some and the idea. So today's article is AWH announces several social impact initiatives and expungement events. Now, AWH is Ascend Wellness Holdings, for those that are unfamiliar, and they have announced an array of programs and initiatives to support cannabis expungement efforts. The announcement includes increased donations through the Ascend Foundation to address the impact of the war on drugs. They're going to have donations to equity organizations around the country and coordinated expungement clinics to provide an opportunity in the communities that have been most harmed by the consequences of the historical and current U.S. drug policy. Now, just to give some insight, they're going to host a week of events across the U.S. They're also going to have other legal services available to formerly incarcerated individuals. And they will also help attendees access other critical resources such as housing, mental health support, legal services, and so much more. They're going to kick off this clinic in New Jersey in October, and then we'll follow suit with other events as well. So Samantha, what are your thoughts on this? This is obviously something in your alley of what you're hoping brands can look at incorporating. Yeah, give some feedback on this.
Yeah, that was my first thought. Yeah, way to find an article that definitely piques my interest. It is incredible to see cannabis companies integrating community impact across the United States. In fact, I recently teamed up with Beard Bros, the media company, in order to write articles highlighting all the work that's going on in the cannabis industry, all the good things that are happening already, right? And we have an opportunity to work with me, and I can help to build community impact into your business. But there are lots of businesses that are already doing that. And so I've teamed up with Beard Bros to highlight what's going on already. And, so if you know of any company that you'd like to see highlighted in that way, then I'd love, to make an introduction. You can go to my website and get a hold of me through that contact. So please let me know about anything that's going on exactly like this, that this article mentions. I'd love to feature them in a Beard Bros high impact report article.
There you go. That's a great opportunity right there. And speaking of Tony just hopped on and said, thanks for being so awesome and supportive of cannabis community advocacy and education. So shout out to Tony and Samantha as well.
Thank you, Tony. You're an amazing business partner. I've been it's been so much fun working with Tony and supporting him and letting folks know about the terpene flashcards, the terpene and cannabis tourism, coffee, and all the things that Tony's doing. Definitely check out what Tony's doing. He's really on fire over here. And, not to mention 20 years of advocacy. It's just amazing. So very inspiring. Thank you, Tony. Appreciate you. All the things that we do together.
I agree. Yes. When I got to speak with Tony, yes, he is very impactful and has put in so much work and effort and time and passion. And he still has that passion, which is great. We as you know, we still need that in this industry completely to continue to move forward.
I have a question for you.
Okay,
If
yeah.
you wouldn't mind, I have a question for you. Yeah, I know that you have done so much for the cannabis industry and community impact. So I'm curious, like, what's on your agenda? What are you interested in bringing into Event High, in the community impact that Event High is doing?
Yeah. So prior to COVID, Event High doesn't normally host events. However, it was really important that we were finding ways to, again, kind of give back. We wanted to help destigmatize in our local cities. And so we launched High Day, which is where we want event organizers to each on the same day, each host a community event. So like it could be, going to the beach and doing a beach cleanup, or feeding the homeless, little things like that. And so COVID kind of, put a curveball, which obviously we all were impacted by. But we were able to do a virtual event. We did a 24-hour virtual event called High Day. And event organizers had one throughout those 24 hours, and they did an activation. All the tickets sold. We found a nonprofit and we donated to them. Unfortunately, though, the first nonprofit, after it started getting buzz, told us we couldn't donate to them.
That's a huge
So
issue. I'm glad you bring that up. Yeah.
yeah,
That's a part of one of the reasons why it's important to work with somebody like me, Community Impact Strategist, because I have connections already, 15 years, a master's degree in nonprofit leadership, 15 years in the nonprofit sector. So I already have relationships with organizations that are willing to accept your funds, because it's crazy to think that a nonprofit wouldn't be able to or wouldn't want to, because of the stigma around cannabis, right? But when you're working with Kind Philanthropy, they don't have to say they got their funds from weed.com. They can say they got their funds from Kind Philanthropy. And you can see how there's a huge optical difference there.
I love that. See, that's so good. Yeah, it really it broke my heart at the time, because I'm like, we're just trying to give back. We wanted, especially everything that we were going through, and not like the world was going through at that time. But we found another organization locally in San Diego at the time, and we're able to donate there. It was a food kitchen, but but other things too. We want to bring that back up on board as we launch our new platform of Event High. So that'll be the next conversation. And then obviously we're talking with you. So hopefully some more ideas can come up down the road as we work together and find ways that Event High could do better. Do better. And not that we're not doing good, but how we can always enhance and find better ways to give back as a company like us. So I'm excited to continue the conversation, and also knowing that you have other organizations that we could use, that will take the funds. So we do have an option. That's huge. Now we actually are done with the segment, but before we let you go, any final words? Again, how can people connect with you? We have your website up there, but yeah, what are any final thoughts?
Well, you can find me on LinkedIn too, _Samantha or /Samantha Sage. Pretty easy. Kind Philanthropy, at Kind Philanthropy, pretty much on all social medias. Yeah, I'm really excited to hear from folks. I'd love for you to get in touch, even just to tell me what you're interested in, what you're passionate about, what causes that it's important for you. Because if there's a way that we can work together to support that cause, I am down for that. So I'm always about to hype up, cannabis, social impact, community impact. So reach out. Let's get to know each other. Let's build relationships.
Okay. Well, thank you again for joining us today, Samantha, and hope you have a good rest of your week. And I look forward to continuing our conversation. And yeah, hopefully those in our
time out of MJ Biz to speak with me today. I know that you've got a lot going on, and it's so impressive to see that you still make time for this amazing program.
It's an important conversation. We got to keep things flowing. So I'm thankful that we're able to stream live and have you on. So with that being said, again, thank you, Samantha, and I will be in touch very soon. And with that, everyone, that is almost the end of the show. We have one more announcement, actually two more announcements. So our next week's guest of the week is Lisbeth Vargas, and she will be diving into a variety of different things that she has going on. And our event of the week is called Canna Jam Fest. So Canna Jam Fest is its second year of bringing a licensed Cannabash to Ann Arbor. Um, that is an area in Michigan, and they're going to be providing live entertainment, food, a variety of vendors, consumption, and so much more. This event is happening on October 8th from 12 to 10 p.m. Again, the Canna Jam Fest in Michigan. So if you're interested in learning more, go to eventhi.io and check out Canna Jam. Now, that is the end of the show. I hope you all enjoyed it. Definitely connect over with Samantha from Kind Philanthropy to learn more about how you can enhance your events and give back through the variety of experiences that you are looking to create. And again, with that being said, stay safe, stay healthy, and stay high. Bye.